If you're listening on podcast, be sure to tune into Wild and Weird West Virginia for additional content on our YouTube channel.
Welcome to Wild and Weird Radio, a Wild and Weird West Virginia podcast. Welcome back to Wild and Weird Radio, everybody. We are glad to be back with you this week. Hope you enjoyed last week's revisiting of the Mothman origins story that we did for Mothman Day back in 2020. Again, thank you for everybody who listens week in, week out, and special thank you to the folks who are going over and also subscribing to the YouTube channel. We really appreciate that. We're growing really quick over there, and before long, we are going to be in a position where we're going to be able to start doing some really fun stuff on YouTube. It's just I would say by Christmas is going to be my guess. You guys might come in from behind and surprise us though. Like if everybody here who's listening right now would go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Just while you're listening to your podcast, you will help us tremendously. So if you've got a YouTube account, that'd be great. Just go over and hit the subscribe
Absolutely. You want a Christmas present? Early Christmas present? Here's how you get your early Christmas present right now. Everybody who's listening, I'm going to put the link right here, right now. Okay. And it's going to show you where it's at. All you got to do is scroll down to the comment or the description. Sorry, not comment, the description. And you're going to see the link right there. Right now, just hit your pause and go right to that, click that, and then hit subscribe. It's that simple. Then just pick a video and let it play. Now here's my diabolical plan. You see, we need those hours too. So
we do.
And we're really close. But we have so many of you guys. I mean, there's almost 50,000 downloads going on right now, right? So all you got to do, we don't need that many, but God, if you give them to us, I mean, oh man, we'll give you a lot more back. Yeah,
it'd explode.
Yeah, we'll give you a lot more back. But if each one of you just listens for 1 hour, that's all we need.
Yeah, just go play one of the episodes. I mean, we do show some pictures and video that are included in the videos that you don't get to hear on the podcast. But again, we do very much appreciate all you guys who listen to us podcast only, week in, week out. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being with us for as long as you have and making it your third Mothman Day celebration. So what we're going to do, guys, we have a giveaway coming up. When we hit the 1,000 marker on our YouTube, we're doing a special giveaway, and we can see it like we'd mentioned before. We can see all the people who've subscribed there. Now, on the podcast side, we cannot see names unless you want to go and leave a review on Apple. We can't see names. So it'd be hard to pull from there. However, if you go over to YouTube, we can see everybody who's there. We're doing a big giveaway when we hit 1,000, and you're going to want to be a part of the giveaway. Trust me.
Yeah.
So enough with the self-promotion stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, we got a good one. We took the week off. We got some refueling done in the engines. We needed some time off to get some things ready because we got CryptidCon coming up. If you're listening to this right now, hopefully you're listening to it while you travel to CryptidCon to come see us.
What better thing to listen to? I mean,
like what else?
What else would you listen to?
You gonna go listen to Jeremiah Byron over on the Bigfoot Society or something?
God, why would you listen to him? What in the world? I love you, buddy. We're just messing with you.
But yeah, hey, once you're done listening to us, head over and check out Bigfoot Society for your en route listening to CryptidCon, because it's going to be a great weekend. There's going to be a ton of folks there. We can't wait to see everybody and shake babies and kiss foreheads and all that good stuff.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Oh
what?
Yeah, you shake babies and kiss foreheads.
It's wrong. I mean, so much wrong about that. But anyway, if you guys want to bring your baby over to the table, I'll keep him away from it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time this weekend. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to make it out that wants to come. Even if you're there, just swing by, say hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a blast. We will probably be recording and putting you on the radio show if you actually do show up. So be prepared.
Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing the recorder. So yeah, we can do that for you guys. Just plug yourself, tell your story, or just say hi.
And that'll be in our CryptidCon recap, which will be the week after. But this episode is coming up just before Thanksgiving, y'all. So happy Thanksgiving. We hope you guys have a great holiday. Enjoy some turkey and some ham and all that good stuff that happens, like mashed potatoes and gravy and macaroni and cheese. And
oh man, shut up! You make me hungry.
Green bean casserole.
Yeah. That's right.
So
that puts us into the magical holiday season. So
it does. Yeah. Thanksgiving is the second doorway that we run through. We got Halloween first, and then Thanksgiving opens up the door to all of the holiday madness.
And you know what's coming? He's coming.
He is coming.
He's coming, man. And he's got beaten sticks.
Golden beaten sticks.
That's right. You got it.
You definitely don't want to miss the annual Krampusnacht video. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time with it. Our holiday special is always an absolute blast, and we are already working on material for the holiday special. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be great. So before we get into all that holiday nonsense, I said that because
it's what it is, man.
It's so fun. It's complete fun, and it's a crazy time of year. Everybody's flipping around, doing some crazy stuff. Thank goodness there'll be more people out this year actually doing real shopping. Because I've seen it, and it's really it's awesome. It's almost like we went back in time or something.
It's nice.
It's wild and weird. But anyway, it's great to see you guys out there doing that stuff. So get out there and support those local shops, and keep those guys in business.
Shop small. Small's where it's at.
Small is where it's at. I mean, you can get that other stuff any old time of the year, but go out there and support.
You can't go anywhere else but here to get one of these.
Check that out.
Just say it.
He's right.
You can't. You can't go to those other shops and get one of these. You're not going to find it at the big box stores. You're only going to find it at people who make their own stuff. Which we just happen to be some of those people.
That's good coffee. I didn't make that myself, though. Anyway, let's get over to the news desk.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff because we had a good news week last week and a good news week this week. So we've got some really good material to roll out to you guys and talk about. And first and foremost, the biggest one I think on the dock is the UFO video release that was done by, us.
Oh, you're talking about the Logan thing.
The Logan release.
Blowing up. Thank you guys for watching that, and thank the other people who've actually chimed in and tried to help us figure out what this is. I mean. We didn't just throw this. We didn't just catch a bunch of lights in the sky and say, "Oh, it's aliens invading! Look, everyone, watch!" and react and put some fake music behind it. No, I didn't do that. The very first thing we did is we contacted a good friend of ours, that's Stan Gordon, and said, "Hey, Stan, what do you think about this?" And when he said, "That's something," you need to write that up. You get that report done yet? He kept hounding me on that. So I got it up, and it's out there now, and it's incredible. I mean, it's blown up. The video's blown up. Go watch it. You chime in and tell us what you think it is. And some people are already doing that, from what I understand.
They are, yeah. If you go over, it's on a couple forums. You can go check it out either on the BigfootForums.com or over on the Above Top Secret forums.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on both of those pages. You can go and engage in the conversation and debate both there, as well as the Wild and Weird forums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's three different forums plus a couple Facebook pages that you can go and engage in conversation, look at these videos, and see what some other investigators are thinking. And feel free to weigh in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've had some great guesses. We've had some people who've, you know, and they appreciate the fact that we've already done a lot of the groundwork for them. You know, we ruled out birds, we ruled out insects. You know, one person mentioned something about, oh, well, you didn't say drones, so obviously it's drones. I didn't say aliens, so is it obviously aliens? No, it's not.
Aliens.
It's not. It's not aliens. But we don't know what they are, and
true.
That's to be said. And as far as the drone thing goes, yeah, I didn't mention drones simply because I know what a drone can do.
Right. Yeah, we know the capabilities of drones.
I've flown both the filming drones and acrobatic FPV drones, and I can tell you that those aren't drones. And if they are drones, then I think someone had also said on one of our things that they were spy drones, foreign spy drones. Ladies and gentlemen, I am no expert in geopolitical anything, but I can tell you this: if there is a foreign country, a foreign adversary, flying stealth surveillance vehicles over the United States of America,
we're in trouble.
We're in trouble. It's just that simple. Joe, what would that actually be? Do you I mean, you were with Air Force. What?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a crime. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's an international incident.
That is one of those things where you know, the president goes on TV, makes threats, and says, if this doesn't stop, then we will have to act.
Yeah.
So just to put that in perspective of how serious of a action that would be. Like, no, it's not good.
It's not what you want to do right now.
No.
Not good. Not good for the economy. Not good for all living things on the planet. Yeah. Literally, possibly, depending on who it was. But what we're saying is, you know, these people are saying, you know, oh, these are foreign adversary drones, meaning that they're from China or Russia. This is hilarious to me. First of all, if it was, I'll say it the same way with if it were aliens, hostile aliens, we wouldn't be here.
Okay. Well, okay, let's just say hypothetically Russia has these aircraft that can do this stuff. How are they like getting it handed to them in Ukraine if that's the case?
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. If it's China,
if you have that kind of air superiority, you are not getting mopped by a bunch of militiamen.
Nope. And if it's Chinese, it's the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the same thing because they would be sharing technology, right? Yep. So, you know, allies do that. No, this isn't us, guys. I don't know what these things are, but your other's choice is that it is us. Like it is the U.S.
It could be, but man, like some of the, like
what kind of Orwellian dystopian nightmare does this conjure up, if that is the case?
Truth of the matter is these things have been being recorded for decades. They've been
they have been, but let's not
they've been being witnessed for decades.
But let's just stick to what we have right here, right now. But yes, you are 100% right. He's right. And I mean, we can't ignore that fact.
And the U.S. military says if you see it, don't report it. Like, we know they're there. We don't know what they are. Just don't report it. But now, I mean, they've changed their tune now.
Yeah, now they want you to report it. But what's the point? Because now, what are they saying? What's this new great panel of scientists saying that these things
this is another news article. Huh? This is a whole different news segment we're getting ready to run into right now. And just brace yourselves for the stupid. Like, this is government.
You're a fan of this story, right?
Oh, man. Okay, so this is government at its usual. I'm not going to say at its finest. This is government at its usual.
As its usual. I'm going to agree with you on that. Yeah. Well, so we know that there's going to be a report that's going to be coming out soon, another public report,
December, right?
I believe it's coming up in December, which is a magical year if you think about
It is.
ufology and
Yeah.
or magical month, not year. But it's happened from 2017 onwards. There's been this release. We called it even in I believe the road to disclosure where it was,
Yep,
we called that episode, and it's always in December or January that they make these big announcements. You can usually write, you can put it on your calendar.
Yeah.
And so what they have said so far, this new group that's studying, these UAP phenomena. They call them UAPs, guys, because UFOs conjures up this image of aliens. I guess. I mean, okay, that's cool. So
all I know is I'm still calling them UFOs.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not changing. It's been too long.
The only reason that we'll call something UAP is when it really just defies what a physical craft can do.
Right. When it truly is a phenomena and not an object.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
like the orbs and lights, those are by definition UAP.
I call this UAP.
Yeah. We don't know where they come from. We don't know what they materialize like. We don't know what they are. They are a weird light phenomena.
They really are weird light phenomena. And Joe, I'll tell you this. There's another little thing that I hinted to over on that forum as well, because I was answering questions. We have other data at this point from multiple locations on those things, that the targets, as I like to call them. I just call them targets because we don't know what they are.
Yeah, we don't know
they're thermal targets, and we have multiple locations now. And I recently just came back from the coast. I was in Myrtle Beach and recorded the same phenomena, or nearly the same phenomena, right there as well. And that'll all be in the report that comes out soon. I got a lot of stuff to do after the Crypticon's done, so be watching. So we'll release all that. But what do they tell us that these things are? Oh, guys, it's okay, because according to this new report, the preliminary to this new report, most UFOs are Chinese surveillance drones and airborne clutter.
So okay, Ron, tell us what the definition of airborne clutter is, because airborne clutter seems really vague,
doesn't it? I mean, what comes to your mind when I say airborne clutter?
Well, I think of my living room. Like my living room. I have a toddler upstairs. He is all about the clutter because he wants all of his stuff out at once.
Right. Absolutely.
So I think debris. I think
debris. Right.
Broken
That's what I would
stuff,
think.
chunks
Broken,
of things,
yes,
floating through the air.
Maybe all those plastic bags that get caught up in whirlwinds and end up over the rainbow.
Yeah.
Nope. That's not airborne clutter. That's not the definition. The definition of airborne clutter is
you're gonna love it, guys.
Weather balloons. Weather balloons. It's just another word for weather balloons. Just like
Cannot
UFO,
make this stuff
UAP. Up. UAP is a UFO. UFO is a flying saucer. Flying saucers are chariots of the freaking gods.
Chariots of the gods are space clutter, aka weather balloons.
You can't make this up.
No,
we have changed these labels so much that it's maddening. It really is. So
Nazca hot air balloons, man.
I swear, dude, those Nazca hot air balloons, they're still out there. This blows my mind. Like, but the thing that really
can you believe that they literally said weather balloons? Like, they know. They had to know.
It's a joke. It's a joke. That is an inside joke that it's probably meant to just make people laugh and say they're not taking this seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think they are taking it seriously if that's their answer. And if you're really going to go with the whole, again, we'll say it. We will say this right now. If they really want to go with saying that these are Chinese surveillance drones, we are screwed.
Oh, yeah. Because the way these things maneuver, and the fact that if they're Chinese surveillance drones, where are they taking off from?
Invisible helicarriers, Joe.
Yeah. Shields up there flying around.
Yeah, and they're basically going off of this because, according to the article, several UAP incidents have been officially identified as relatively ordinary Chinese surveillance drones. The anonymous official said, and I love these anonymous officials. China has previously stolen plans for advanced U.S. fighter planes and is interested in how the U.S. trains its pilots. What does that have to do with drones?
Nothing. Unless
No.
the advanced fighter pilots are training to
Drone
be fighter pilots in a basement in a server cloud,
which is
where
could be.
They're flying unmanned aircraft.
You and me both know that if those things are drones, there is no human that can react fast
Absolutely
enough
not.
to control the flight characteristics and parameters of those aircraft.
There's no
That
human
is
that could
100%.
survive some of the movements that it makes.
There's not going to. Even if it's a drone, though, if it's a FPV type drone, you can't react that fast. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Unless
These
you've got some kind of AI built in to keep you
That's
from
what
crashing.
it's all about. That's what they are. If it's anything, it's an AI drone of some sort.
Or
if
like an
it's
AI assist, because I doubt they're going to
Could be.
give full control to AI to run a multi-billion-dollar aircraft.
Well, we wouldn't.
But let's just say, okay, multi-billion-dollar aircraft. We just gave that away. Okay, that's how much some of this stuff costs, guys.
Yeah.
Multiple billions
of dollars. And
why is it that when we go to some of these places, we see basically a carpet in the sky of these odd craft?
Yeah.
You don't have that much money laying around anywhere, y'all.
No, we really don't. And
there's no black budget big enough to have made any of that.
No, they're literally, hundreds of these things zipping around. I mean, don't know what they are. But
they've been witnessed for decades. They've been witnessed by the military for years. They've been starting to be picked up by civilians now to the thermal imagery and infrared, like high tech infrared.
Because it got cheaper.
It became more commercially available.
Yep. That's the only reason. And I'm telling people this too. If you've got a thermal unit and you don't believe anything we're saying, you've got a thermal unit, you go out there on a clear night, you point it at the sky and you get a hold of us. Let's see what you got.
I've already done this, right? Over on one of the forums. And I just asked the guys, like, so do you have a thermal? Because this is a Bigfooter, right? But he's starting to get into the UFO phenomena. Because he's interested in the orbs. He's really into some of the work we've been doing and talking about. And so he's looking into it. And I said, just do me a favor. He's out in Oregon. I said, just take it out and look at the sky, man. Tell me that you don't see this weird objects flying above the cloud bank. Well, lo and behold, I mean, you know the answer to this already.
I already know what you saw.
I told you what you're going to see before you went to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
and here.
Well, one of those things really surprised me, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, they he captured on thermal. Same thing that we've been getting here. I mean, it's the same thing everybody's getting all over the world if you just look up. And they're not insects. These are above the cloud bank. They're freaking huge because of that, the speed at which they can move. One thing that, somebody was saying that they could be bugs. Okay, I'll buy it. Let's just say they're bugs. This is a massive bug that is off of some kind of science fiction movie.
Oh, this is like right out of Star Trek.
And the reason being is because this bug flew over the mountains in the horizon, not into the mountains, because we'd still be able to keep track of it. If it flew in or landed on the mountain, we'd still see a heat signature. This thing flew above the mountains and beyond the mountains into the horizon, guys. Not a bug.
Not a bug.
Not a bug.
Definitely not a bug.
All right, so some other weird news, guys. This is another weird capture on a trail cam.
Oh, wait. No, not yet. I'm not done with this.
Okay.
Because you haven't heard
then.
the best part. No, you haven't heard the best part.
Okay, let's and this is still a Pentagon release, yeah?
Yeah, and I know you didn't read it. I know you didn't read it yet.
I didn't read it. I didn't. I just I let
it
slide and get up on the page, but I didn't actually read it.
Okay. Don't drink when I read this.
I wish that's what this was.
Okay, well, it's not going to matter because apparently, while the objects in the Go Fast video appear to be zooming over the water at incomprehensible speeds, This is just an optical illusion created by the angle of the recording relative to the water, the DoD official told the Times. In reality, this object is moving at no more than 30 miles per hour.
What?
Yeah. So this is the same footage that has been looked at by multiple scientists and physicists.
Yeah, it's the Go Fast footage.
It's the Go Fast footage. Michio Kaku looked at this, and
Yeah.
he gave a good estimate on how fast. Yeah, yeah, right. Exactly. One who wasn't asked to be on this panel.
Yeah.
They only picked the people on this panel who would give them the answers that they were comfortable with.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, they're saying basically that the Go Fast was it's an optical illusion. That thing's only going like 30 miles an hour. But it's still impossible for an F-18 to catch up with something on 30 miles an hour. Apparently, I mean, I would think that an F-8, you're flyboy, F-18, 30 mile per hour. I mean, I'm thinking it's going to go.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Fast. It's going to be impossible for an F-18 to catch something going 30 miles an hour because it's just going to burn it.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that like a bird?
30 miles an hour is below flight speed, guys.
Right.
You can't. It would have to crash to stay in pace.
So anyway, yeah, that's all I got for that. I'm not going to read any more of it because honestly, I usually like give these things a little bit of credibility, but all I saw here was an attempted Blue Book style cover up. Of course, they still say, that there's half of them can't be explained. Yeah.
But the others are weather balloons.
Give them time though; they'll eventually explain those away too. This is Blue Book.
I already know what they're going to say, man.
Part 2.
They're going to say it was swamp gas.
Swamp gas. That's the only thing that's not mentioned yet. What's the new name for swamp gas? That's what it's going to be. What's the new name for swamp gas? So anyway, that's all I got on that. I'm not even going to touch it anymore. If you guys want to believe that they're surveillance drones or, airborne clutter, that's fine. You do that. And, when World War III starts, we'll know what really caused it. Apparently it was Chinese espionage drones flying over the U.S. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Sorry. That one.
So, moving on.
Please do.
Over from unexplainedmysteries.com. Did you get a chance to see that small humanoid creature that was captured on a trail cam in Australia?
I actually did get to see that. Yes. Yeah,
that is a really, really, really interesting capture. The bad part is it's extremely nondescript. Kind of looks like the Flatwoods Monster.
It does, doesn't it? In a weird way.
But it's a small human. It's a small thing. Now you've got Yowie guys out there who are saying that they captured a Yowie. You've got people saying it's the Babadook. It goes back to the possibilities also of the little people.
The little people, the Pukwudgies, all that. Yeah, fairies, even though I don't like that. I don't like that terminology. But it is what it is. It's words, it's labels. I was reminded of that today. Like, how can you believe some of the stuff you believe and you don't believe in fairies? I'm like, well, I mean, you got me. It's just a word. Replace fairies with aliens. It works.
Yeah, it's an interesting video or picture. I can't.
It's spooky, is what it is.
I can't. It's too indescript to really make any kind of assessment. But there's something there. Yeah, and it's Ozar capturing the IR.
And I've got to ask you, this just brought me up memories. Did you get to see James Fox Moment of Contact yet?
No, I haven't. I did watch the Netflix series Ancient Apocalypse, though.
Oh, yes. Graham Hancock.
Yeah, that's
Fallen Worlds, man.
Beautifully made.
It's like if someone gave us money.
Yes, so somebody gave us money and they said, hey, go make Fallen Worlds into a TV series. Because basically, if anybody who's not got Netflix, just go back and listen to the Fallen World series that we've recorded. We've got 3 or 4 episodes, I think in the backlog.
3 episodes, yeah.
Go check those out, y'all.
They actually are following the actual episodes.
I know.
I love it.
Kind of frustrating.
But I love it. Couldn't it? No. If it was anyone else but Graham Hancock, kind of frustrating. Graham
Yeah.
Hancock, it's good. It's good.
And
The
it's
only
very
problem
well made.
the only problem I have with Graham is that he sits there and says, like we do, everything goes on the table, right? But
But
then,
he's also very much like, it is only
yep,
my way.
it is only my way. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, well, they're talking about giants, but these are not real giants. They're figurative. Okay. I mean, that's not what the legend
Yeah,
says.
he does say everything on the table, but when it comes down to it, he's got this mindset kind of like the guy who did the Anunnaki translation.
Oh yeah,
Sitchin.
Yeah, Sitchin.
Sitchin was the same way. Everything on the table, let's look at all the evidence, but I'm the only one that knows how to decipher it properly.
Yeah, I can decipher Sumerian. You can't. But either way, I mean, I think Hancock's a little bit more credible than that. But
Yeah.
and he does prove, in my
Well,
opinion.
the thing about that makes Graham Hancock a little bit more credible is that he's not claiming to be an expert. He's just a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
He tells people he is a journalist, and he goes in, he does investigative journalism and digs into some of these phenomena.
He is right. I mean, you can't deny the fact, and we've said this multiple times. Something happened that reset humanity at one point, or what was here before us. We are the remnants of that.
Yep.
So yeah, and it's just great. Sorry, we got off on the tangent there, but it's a really good tangent to get off on. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Ancient
So,
Apocalypse.
Moment of Contact. I haven't seen it. What were you getting ready to lead into there?
Well, I was going to say this thing kind of reminded me of that, where they find the alien or whatever this creature was. It's like it's kind of spooky like that too. It's like people. It's there. You can't deny it was there. If you've not seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. The people who have seen it know what I'm talking about. It's pretty amazing. That whole thing. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you watch it. Again, we're not getting paid by any of these people. This is just stuff that we really
But we
like.
could be.
We could be, but we're not.
It's not sponsored by, but it could be. Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox. Or if you just want to come on, there you go.
Or if you just want to come hang out.
Yeah, just come hang out with us for an hour. We'll talk about this stuff. I mean, we won't make fun of you at all because it's right up our alley.
Yeah.
But that was a really cool story though. With this
By the way, if you do want to hear a really good interview with James Fox, this week's episode of Bigfoot and Beyond, they interviewed him. You got to go check it out, Ron. It's a great.
Is it good? Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right.
So last thing in the news, the WoW signal.
Oh, the WoW signal. It's back. We're talking about the WoW
once
signal.
A year.
Yep, we're talking about the WoW signal again. And surprise, here we are in good old West by God, Virginia. And SETI
the literal mecca of ufology, not Roswell.
No,
West Virginia.
It's West Virginia. For you people who don't know,
anybody who's a serious ufology guy, if you've studied UFOs really passionately, you know how important that it is. I mean, we have some of the first contact cases like there. We had the whole Indrid cult thing, which we just had the anniversary of. We had the Mothman incident, which occurred during a bunch of UFO flap. We have so many of them, Flatwoods Monster, et cetera. But now we have the WoW signal. They're actually using Greenbank's scopes to point into the direction where the WoW signal was found some 45 years ago in 1977. And that's a big deal. They're using it and another telescope. Which one was it? I don't remember. The Allen.
The Allen array. Is that what it was?
Yep.
I don't know. I can't remember. I just know that when I saw Greenbank, I was like, wait a minute, really? And it shouldn't have surprised me. I mean, we know that we
need to go shoot an episode near there. And just like get them in the background, or just to show some of you guys who haven't seen it, the scope of how large these telescopes are.
They're huge. They're massive, But the WoW signal was first observed August 15th, 1977, by an Ohio State University, the Big Ear Radio Telescope. It was near the 21 centimeter hydrogen mark. That's a 1420 megahertz band is what that is. It has not been detected since. It was very, very powerful and strong. It was his first candidate for an actual extraterrestrial signal, and the observer simply wrote "Wow" on the in the margin, and that's how it got its name. But now we have a concentrated effort that will actually, well, it actually has already happened. We don't know what the results are, but it was in May of 2021, May 21st, 2022, that Green Bank and the ATA conducted a series of observations pointed into the area, and they believe they know where it came from. Uh, it's out there. It's pretty far. It's like, I think,
Yeah.
1,400 light years or something. It's pretty far out there.
Now, the sad thing to think about here is the possibility that that might have been that civilization.
I'm sorry, 1,800 light years away. Go ahead.
That it could have been that civilization, that planet's dying breath.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
Their
signal
last
could have been
hurrah.
the destruction of their planet.
Yeah, it's amused to death. Roger Waters, big fan. But no, for real, that's their last hurrah, right? I mean, that's what we detect is the electromagnetic radiation from some super weapon that destroyed the entire civilization. That's irony of ironies. But to confirm life exists, but only it did exist.
Only to find out it was eradicated.
Yeah, but yeah.
And what we detected was the eradication signal.
Which is very possible. It's a huge jump in science fiction land, but we have to look at those ancient legends again, Mr. Hancock. We have to look at those ancient legends again, because some of those ancient legends said that there was a great war, and it was out there. And guess who are the survivors of that great war? Well, you're looking at them.
Yeah.
So who knows? But I thought that was very interesting, though. Yeah, that'll be released, I think, or maybe it has been released. I'm not sure yet. I think the article is about to be released, or is going to be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that kind of data, it takes a while to mow through. Yeah. I mean, they've got to it's got to be ran through programs before we can even understand it.
Yeah, but it's the first time they've ever targeted that area, and that's what's significant about it. So we'll see what happens. And we'll definitely be looking for any more confirmation on that, and kind of stand up on that story, just because it's happening right here in our backyard, basically. Wouldn't it be cool if?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just be cool if it was us, this state, who detects the first confirmation of alien civilization, past, present, etc.? I think that would just be freaking phenomenal.
It would be phenomenal. It would be great.
Phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. And duly deserved.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, what do we have coming up here soon?
We have some stuff.
We have a workshop that we're planning. You guys have heard us talking about that. We're getting closer to releasing a name or a date for that.
Yeah, that'll be the paranormal workshop.
Yep.
Yes.
Then we've got obviously CryptidCon. CryptidCon's coming up. Anybody who isn't able to make it to CryptidCon but wants to make a trip to Lexington, we're going to be at the Kentucky Reptile Expo, because we do reptiles too. You can come hang out with us there, report your sightings and all that stuff. And you can actually hang out at that show. There's way more time to sit and talk.
It's true. We actually meet a lot of great people at the Reptile Expo.
And we really have. That's what drove us into doing what we're doing, was setting up some of the art and whatnot at the reptile shows, and the amount of people that gave reports at those shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And it always just manages to surprise me when these people come up and they just start telling these stories, and that they would never tell anyone else. And that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome to get. One final thing on our news, Bud, is this, and that is scientists say that Earth needs to prepare for alien encounters now before it's too late.
Yes. Yeah. So that came out from several news agencies. This was released. So that what I'm getting at is, this wasn't just one article. that was released by some weird internet news site, but it was actually ran through New York Times, the Daily Star. It was ran through the Daily Mail. It was ran through CNN. It was ran through Fox. It was ran through all these different news outlets. And we posted several of them up to the page because a lot of people were seeing it and grabbing it. And I wanted to make sure, like, yep, let's get this one. Let's get this one. Let's get them all out there. Because they were all citing the same information. Some of them were a little bit different. But we're looking at something where we're being faced with what we've talked about quite a bit, which is the inevitable moment of contact.
Mm-hmm.
And what seems to be a rapidly approaching moment.
Oh yeah. I mean, this guy pretty much said exactly what we have already said.
Yeah.
You know, we need to go beyond thinking about the impact of humanity. He added, we need to coordinate our expert knowledge, not only for assessing the evidence, but also for considering the human social response as our understanding progresses, and what we know and what we don't know is communicated. So making sure everybody knows what's going on. What he just said there was literally, we've heard this before. You know, we have to assess the evidence. We have to consider human societal responses. The Brookings report said the same thing.
It did.
This has all happened before. We're just hoping that, you know, we are just hoping that the genie can't be shoved back into the bottle this time. And I don't think it can be. I think we've come too far from the old Blue Book days. You're just not going to be able to sweep this away. I don't care if you get 43 scientists, 53 scientists, 100 people, and pay them off to say whatever you want to say, that it's airborne clutter, weather balloons. Again, it's
just
not
going to work.
It's not going to work this time, guys. You're going to have to do better. So if you're going to say it's drones, you're going to have to show them the drone, and you're going to have to show them that it can actually fly. You're not going to be able to just go to Hollywood and say, "Hey, we need a model drone really quick, guys. You know, look, here it is," and show all these pretty pictures of it. That's not going to work.
No.
3D roundabout 360 degree views of a 3D model. It's not going to work. You've got to have the actual thing and show someone flying it. Then I'll believe it. Yeah, because right now I don't. So anyway, that's the news. We told you it was a long one. I mean, it was a long one.
Yeah.
The whole show's pretty much been a news.
The whole show's pretty much been the news. Let's see. So we've got the holiday special coming up soon.
Yes.
You guys definitely want to tune for that.
What are you going to do for the holidays this year, Joe? Oh
man, I'm actually not doing the whole running around thing like I normally do.
Yeah.
We're staying. We got a new one now, a new little one, and it's just gonna be hard to, with him being as young and as little as he is, to pack two of them. In the area. So I'm cooking here at the house.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's probably gonna be a wild and weird holiday special at the house.
That's
as
nice.
well as elsewhere. So
that's pretty neat. Maybe we can do a live or something. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be really fun to do an actual holiday live event.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys think it's fun? You tell us.
Yeah, let us know.
We'll make it happen if you think it's fun.
We could springboard into the new year with a fun live event.
A live event? That would be fun, right? A live event would be fun. If you guys want to do that, let's do it. You know, maybe there'll even be gifts given away, or there could be. There could be gifts.
It is the season of giving.
It is. It's also the season for beating. So
and
there could be.
Logs.
That's right, pooping logs. There could be all kinds of shenanigans going on, witches and ghosts. I mean, Christmas ain't what everybody thinks
Mary
it
Lou,
is. Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Where I got to find a horse skull.
Yeah. I could see doing that.
I'm getting a horse skull.
Yeah, I could see doing that.
Oh man! Hey, you want to know what's really funny? Speaking of the horse skull thing, I think everybody needs to go buy one. Skulls Unlimited, which is a website. They are running a special right now on mammal skulls. And I was looking at this the other day.
Just again, 1 second. Just
we're not sponsored by Skulls Unlimited, but we could be. And, but if you go to that website, we will actually link it You can go get. I'm gonna look at horse skull. I'm gonna tell you how much it is right now.
Okay, I have to know how much a horse skull is. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not condone any type of violence against any animals.
Yeah,
This
these
is
are
not what this is
replicas.
about.
They're
These are replicas. Okay, these are cast replicas. We don't know where the original came from or care.
So 300, and these are like painted. They look like they look like nice clean skulls. $363 shipped to your house
for a replica skull.
For a full size replica skull.
Okay.
Beautiful reproduction.
And people don't really realize that, Joe. They think that they hear replica and they think, oh, that's going to be cheap. But some of these replicas are ridiculous.
Yes.
I know the one that we want to add to our collection. That's around $360 or so, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
it
what
is.
It's going for.
We can get it a little bit cheaper from Joe though.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Paraka.
Here we go. I found an even better one. Even better.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually doing a this episode is our wish list.
Yeah, it is. I found at $340 over at Bone Clones, which again, we're not sponsored by Bone Clones, but we could be.
See, I'm catching on.
Go over there and pick one up. But no, seriously, I think that'd be hilarious. Just run around my neighborhood
with a horse skull on a pole.
Yes.
Yep. I want to
make it happen.
I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be you that does it. So. I can definitely see that.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, guys,
I feel more sorry for the people who don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you will. All you got to do is go back and listen to last year's and the year before that's holiday specials.
Yeah, listen to the holiday special. You'll be caught up.
So again, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna rattle off the weekly roundup of downloads. So Washington D.C. again is nowhere even near the top 20. We've lost our Men in Black. A, they've moved on. They got everything they need. Or B, they just were like, these guys are nuts.
I think it's probably that one.
Yeah, probably.
They probably were looking for some secret code. Like I said, they're thinking this is just these idiots. They can't be this stupid. There's a code here. This is a serious, this is a brilliant code. There's their code word. No, then they're like, no, these are just idiots.
Yeah. So in our international roundup, first up, international roundup, always United States, followed by
United States. Wait, stop. Just hands up first. United States. All right.
Yep. Everybody, raise your hand.
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
You got the UK.
I like Canada, them too. They gave us
Australia.
Doctor Who, so
Ireland popped up there and knocked Germany out of the number 5 slot. So Ireland, thank you. You guys are great. Thanks for listening. I actually don't think that you guys were even on our top 10 list in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cool seeing you guys climbing up there and gaining some followers in Ireland. Thank you guys.
Makes me happy.
So, drum roll, please.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 3,
Papua New
Seattle,
Guinea.
Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Followed by, very close, followed by Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Then, coming in at number 1, for the very first time, actually, New York, New York.
New York. See, that's where the Men in Black headquarters were in the movie.
It was.
I'm just saying.
They were headquarters. They might have moved back to their normal base.
It actually wasn't. I don't think it was New York.
It was one of the cities, though.
It was Illinois, wasn't it?
Either that or Philadelphia.
Shoot, I can't remember. Anybody remember? Because I'm not going to go look this up.
I'm not either.
I want to see how many fans we really have that really give a crap. Yeah. Where was Men in Black?
Charleston, West Virginia, hometown. You guys are crapping in at number 4. Come on, guys. We need the whole of Charleston.
Woo, thanks for your support. Thank you.
Then Denver, Colorado. Great base is starting to develop there in Denver, Colorado, because you guys have been on the top 5 now for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And good times. Good
place out there, Colorado.
Again,
Tesla had his lab out there in Colorado.
He did. He did have his lab. That's where he built the giant array, wasn't it? The big
Oh,
table?
no. That's where he built his little station, the experimental station that he had before he built that.
Ah,
So this is where he had his workshop. So he actually built several things out there. What he was doing out there, they theorized that the whole Tunguska thing originated from his little lab out there, if you believe that. So, you know.
Well, guys, I think that is going to wrap us up for this week. I do believe.
Wrap us up, kind of like a present, right?
Yeah. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate every one of you guys that listen week in, week out. We cannot thank you enough. Remember, if you have had a sighting yourself, you can always go to wildandweirdwv.com and report your sighting. Yes, it is Wild and Weird, West Virginia, but we take sightings from all around the world. We can get your account into the hands of a researcher who is in your neck of the woods that can actually get boots on the ground and be as effective as possible at gathering data. So again, that is wildandweirdwv.com. Click the report a sightings tab. If you want to come on the show or you're interested in joining us, just go over to wildandweirdwv@gmail.com and shoot us a message. We'd love to hear from you guys who are constantly listening to us week in, week out. We really don't know why you do it, but we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But if you're interested in coming on the show and just joining the conversation one day, we'd love to have you on. It's going to be something that we're going to try to add in again in the future with just having some listeners come on the show for a little bit. I think it's going to be fun. So just let us know if you're interested. We'd love to have you. If you want to help support the show and keep things free for eons and eons to come, head over to wildandweirdwv.com and click the shop tab. You can go ahead and see everything that we've got listed on all of our stores. By the time you listen to this, we will have some updated inventory that you'll be able to select from. So keep that in mind. If you want to support us, that's how. We don't do Patreon. We don't do donations. We do cool stuff. We send you things. You buy our merchandise, we send it to you. That supports the show. It supports what we're doing, supports the research and everything. And we would not be here without you guys. We wouldn't be doing what we're doing without your all support. We wouldn't have the data collection tools that we have if it was not for you guys and your support. And for that, we thank you. So until next time, everybody, remember, if you see somebody running around with a horse head on a pole, it's probably me.
Yeah,
So,
probably is. Yeah.